Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential and highly successful podcast. My name is Kael. I'm incredibly influential.
And my name is Maxwell, and I'm highly successful.
Today is Saturday night, June 29th, as we're recording this.
This is how
Uh,
we spend our Saturday nights, y'all.
hey, to speak for yourself. I went to Sonny's barbecue tonight, and I
I
had
mean,
a brisket with cheese on a grilled cheese.
very nice.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So, I just got a Discord message. I think you just got it as well. We're in a group chat with two of our friends from atop the table, and we're gonna play a game together, where it's uh for those of you who don't know what it is, it's Ready or Not. If for those of you who don't know who that is or what that is, it is a very accurate and realistic SWAT team simulator. It is one of the most realistic games I've ever seen. Like every single thing is meticulously detailed, um, like down to like the screws on the guns. Right? It's incredible. Um, and
Wow, you're like infantilizing these guns.
I mean, what do you mean infantilizing? Guns are guns. They're just tools.
Well,
You know?
you're really into those details.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But anyways, so yeah, so he just downloaded it. He's kind of our rich friend. He's very good with money, so he's got a lot of savings right now. So, I'm surprised it didn't take him that much convincing. But yeah, he's just said that he was downloading it, so we're super excited. So we'll probably I don't know where we'll do that. That'll probably be on my channel because I'm gonna stream it, so it'll probably end up on my channel, maybe on my page.
No, I think it's going to be on my channel, actually.
I mean, sure, I guess. I think
Yes.
I think it would be funny to get all three of your perspectives other than mine, and like edit it together into a fucking funny ass video. That would be hilarious. But yeah, I think it'd be really funny to see. So it's gonna be you and Katarina. Katarina obviously will be on this episode later. Um, you and Katarina, and then so you guys are like a cab leftist, never shot a gun before, never touched a gun before, never seen a gun before, barely knows which end the bullets come out of.
Well, I've played video games.
That doesn't really count. Um,
Really? Because it sounds like a video game to me.
mm, your video game experience will actually hinder you. That's my favorite part about this game. It's the least video gamey first person shooter. I try to say FPS and first person shooter, so I said F person shooter. I'm great. It's past my bedtime. It's past my bedtime. Um, but yeah, it's great. So I think it's very funny to have you and Katarina, who have never shot guns before, versus me and Matt, who literally spent like an hour on what was it, last Saturday, just trying out random different guns that we wanted to try, uh, and just shooting them and just shooting the shit together at the range. So it's very funny to see like the difference between us. Like us, it would be us babysitting you, basically, in a fucking live fire scenario. It's
Or
awesome.
shooting at us, you mean?
No. We're all gonna work as a team, but it's gonna be us two babysitting you. Like I know the game super well, so it'll be me and Matt's got to do his thing, and then you guys have no idea what's going on because you never played the game before. You don't know anything about the guns. You don't know it. It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be very funny. Uh, but yeah, that's what I'm super excited about. So I was just really happy to see that message that he bought it and is downloading it right now. And mine just downloaded. I was re-downloading it. So yeah, I'm super excited. Yeah, so look out for that.
Cool.
Probably be on.
This is the first time I'm being made aware of it.
You've been in the. I added you to the Discord group chat. Um, but oh yeah, I guess you were probably doing stuff. But yeah, I asked you about your PC specs earlier. You gotta that that should have been a clue that something was up.
Yeah, I didn't catch it.
Speaking of things that are up, fucking Chimere's body count, am I right? Let's talk about the Acolyte. What he...
Chimere.
I
Did you
thought
say
it was...
chimera?
No, I said
what was
Chimere.
that? Okay. Interesting.
But like,
Leah,
what'd you think of
Han.
this episode?
What else can we call differently?
Light Saber.
Gross.
Jedi.
No.
Jackie. Can we just say spoilers from here on out? Because I'm ready to dive in. Are you down for that? Spoilers?
All right, just say some stuff.
Fucking Jackie got 3. I saw a tweet that I thought was very funny. Jackie got 3 hole punched. That was hilarious to me. They done got her ass. It was hilarious. I'm so happy about that. Also, I took notes during the thing.
You took notes?
Yes, I did. I said right as soon as the fight started, and I saw like sort of the skin color of Mr. Stranger. I was like, no, that has to be the mom. That has to be their mom, right? Like that's got to be their mom. And that was my prediction going into it. I really thought it was the mom. But you will notice that last week I said it's probably going to be Chimere or the mom, you know, but my money was on Chimere. But, you know, I thought it was going to be the mom. It's not the mom. It's not Vernestra, which was sad because I was excited for it to be Vernestra. But she could still be the master. She could still be the Sith master. That would be cool. But yeah, no, it was just Chimere, and that's literally what I said, by the way. I wrote, damn it, it's just Chimere. But I also took note that they used refined cortosis in this. That was cool, right? Wasn't it cool to see cortosis?
Yeah, that was cool.
I love the visual effect that they did with it, where the lightsabers just explode.
Yeah.
That looks so sick.
I mean, cortosis was like a big, well, not big, but it was like a fundamental part of one of my favorite comic book series of Star Wars.
Yeah. Speaking of
Arguably
lightsaber,
my favorite.
Speaking of lightsaber resistant materials, I just finished Dark Forces 1. You actually watched me playing Dark Forces 2. But I just finished Dark Forces 1, and that YouTube video is coming out relatively soon, around the upload of this video. So go over to my channel if you want to watch that. But yeah, you know, the Dark Troopers are made out of lightsaber resistant material. There's like 8 different ones, right? There's like fucking cortosis, which just got reintroduced into canon here. Well, technically it didn't. Technically it didn't because it was in Force and Destiny, the RPG rulebook, which is canon. But it's the first time we've seen it in live action, which is cool. It's the first time we've seen it like an actual like refined cortosis thing that like actually shorts out the lightsaber. I think this is the first time we've ever seen it in motion. I've only ever seen it in a comic book.
Right.
Yeah. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Is it Knights of the Old Republic?
No, it's a Vader one.
Oh.
Vader rolls up on a group of Jedi, and one of them has a refined cortosis sword.
Oh yeah,
That,
I forget. Like
yeah.
it shorts out his lightsaber, and he's like, "Ooh, yeah."
It's fucking sweet. But yeah, it was super cool to see refined cortosis. It was also super cool to see someone using Jarkai. You know, we got fucking jacked on Jarkai in the sequels. I wanted to see that so bad. I wanted to see when Rey pulled up with the 2 fucking lightsabers. I wanted her to use both in that fight scene against the Sovereign Protectors. That would have been sweet. But you know, she had to give one to Ben because shut up. Yeah, I was excited for that. But hey, Jackie, you know, Daphne Keane pulled off some crazy shit. She was really training for this fucking fight scene. She was going nutso. And then she got completely fucking bodied, and it was hilarious. And then Yord also got bodied, which is also very funny. Like, they did not pull any punches here. Everyone's dead except Sol and Osha and May and Chimere. Everyone's dead. Oh, and Basil. Basil lived. I'm glad they didn't kill Basil.
Yay, Basil.
The fucking Chad Basil doesn't die. Fucking just chilling. He's just chilling like a villain, and it's beautiful. But I was like, in the notes, I said, damn it, it's just Chimere. And then I said, and they killed Jackie. And then I said, is Chimere related to Sol? Because Sol said he was, like, familiar. And I was like, wait,
What?
no, they already met. That's what would be familiar.
Yep.
Okay. And then I said, damn, Yord and Jackie. And then later I saw the hole punch Jackie meme, and that was very funny. That was fucking sick. So the choreography in this episode is like some of the best we've ever seen. It's really impressive.
Yeah, it's cool.
I really enjoyed it. It's been some of my favorites since the Obi-Wan fight scene. You know, the Ahsoka stuff wasn't super fantastic. You know, there were some good moments in it, but it was just all in all kind of whatever. I mean, it was cool to see like Inquisitor lightsabers again in live action. You know,
For what?
in Ahsoka, you know, Marok's lightsaber. It was cool to see him use that. And you know, it's cool to see Ahsoka with her two lightsabers, reversible, that sort of thing. You know, and that's
Right.
But this has been just phenomenal choreography. Like the fight scenes in this, they were cooking. You know, and fucking yeah, honestly, I'm really excited to see where they go from here, and I think that episode, like, all in all, might be like a perfect episode, honestly, because I really liked the actor for Chimere / the Stranger, whatever the fuck he is,
Slash Kimir.
Sure.
You could watch the episode again. You could watch how they pronounce his name and then stand corrected.
No, I'm gonna keep calling him Chimere. You know, some people call him Han, some people call him Han, and
Some people call him Kael.
I mean, you know, they do. They do that. For the first fucking 6 years of my life, I don't think there was anyone who saw my name and didn't pronounce it Kyle. But fucking when he like code switches like that, when he goes from like the hapless bumbling fool who gets caught in a trap to evil fucking Sith Lord who's super racist too. That was fucking sweet.
I don't get what you mean by that.
He called the half human, half Thelan it. And he didn't say that about any of the other Jedi. So I think he might be a little bit racist. Just a little bit racist. And Sith tend to be racist.
You might have to brush up your whatever. I think it's not the right word to use.
Or speciesist, I guess, if you want. But I mean, you've played enough Star Wars: The Old Republic to know how anti-alien the Sith are. You know. They're not big fans.
Or I'm just more studied up on race than you.
He called her an it. That's racist. That's racist no matter how you slice it. Or, I guess, stab it in this instance. Come on, that was funny. That was a good one. Come on. Yeah. Anywho, I thought it would be the mom. I was a little disappointed that it's not the mom. But
I think it's still Marek.
You still think it's Marek?
Yep.
Well, what has he been doing all these years?
He turns into mist at the end of the show.
He turns into fart gas? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, you know what? We haven't seen anything that's made that impossible. So I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna, and
And that's why it all makes sense when Ki-Adi-Mundi says the Sith haven't existed in millennia because they'd only be fart gas.
That's true. That's true. And he hasn't officially confirmed that he sees himself as a Sith. He just said that the Jedi might call him one.
Well, then he kind of understands what he is.
I mean, does he understand that he's fart gas? That's the real question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
We got to find out.
Maybe
Marok is either Osha or May. Or maybe it's both of them. And they turn into fart gas at the end of the show, and then they turn into a body.
That would be my prediction.
You're really excited about seeing somebody turn into fart gas, turn into Marok.
Yeah.
Me too. Honestly, it's infectious. Your excitement is infectious. I'm so excited. I'm really, you got me. You really did. You got me. I'm so stoked right now.
I'm actually only here for the show, for when that happens.
That's fair. Honestly, everything else is trash. You're right. You're so right. How could I have how could I allow myself to be blinded? But that fucking move where he stabs the one Jedi and then pulls the other into it, that was sick.
Yeah, that's how I make my skewers.
When I was fucking nice. When we started the episode and we saw one Jedi dead already, I was so scared. Maybe perhaps irrationally, but I thought this show was going to be so sauceless that they just weren't going to show us the fight. That everyone was going to be dead already and just no fight. If they had done that, that would have been the worst show maybe ever. But I'm so glad they went in the other fucking direction. It was honestly so fucking hype. Daphne Keane is a fucking legend, honestly. It's a shame that her career is three things, right? It's fucking Logan, which was hype as fuck, but didn't really go anywhere with her character because it's a final send off to Wolverine and also Fox and just shit like that. Didn't really go anywhere after that. And then she was in His Dark Materials, which is a fucking terrible name. Do you know what His Dark Materials is about?
No. Enlighten us.
Do you remember that Golden Compass movie? About the fucking polar bears in the armor? And shit like that? It's
from
that.
What series?
It was just a movie from the 2000s, right? It's from books, but since you haven't heard of the books, do you remember that movie? It kind of came out around the time of the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie.
And it was called what again?
The Golden Compass.
No, I did not watch that.
Do you remember it in the back of your mind? Do you remember the big polar bears in armor?
Well, if I hadn't watched the movie, then no, I would.
I never watched it either, but I remember it from pop culture osmosis. That I remember the big polar bears in the armor because that was cool. That's fucking cool. Do you know what isn't cool? A fucking thing called His Dark Materials. It's a fucking YA novel series. Why the fuck is it called His Dark Materials?
This polar bear armor does look kind of ridiculous.
But it's fucking sweet, right? It's kind of hype, you know?
Yeah, but it's also cool.
Yeah. But fucking His Dark Materials is a terrible name to get across the exact audience. His Dark Materials should be the name of a really dark, edgy fantasy series. Witcher type shit, right? And it's not shit for kids, but it's, not deserving of that title. So obviously nobody watched it. It even had James McAvoy in it. The adaptation that she was in, they made it like a show on, I forget which streaming platform, but it was a streaming show, and nobody watched it, but James McAvoy was fucking in it, and Daphne Keane. So it's kind of sad that her next big break after Logan was that, and then nobody watched that, and then now she's in this where she gets immediately fucking murked.
Well, the show is over halfway over.
That's fair. But just unceremoniously murked because Soul can't get up off the ground and save his fucking Padawan because he's a lazy bitch. If I was Soul, I simply wouldn't have lost. Kamir's got two fucking things of Cortosis. He's got the helmet and he's got the gauntlet, right? I just wouldn't aim for either of those. I would aim for something else. It's like he's never even swung a lightsaber before or gotten knocked down, apparently.
Yeah, why don't these people just kill each other in the fights? Why do they fight each other when clearly they can just kill each other?
Every real lightsaber duel would last about 10 seconds, maybe. I would just swing my lightsaber like a fucking flashlight, and I would win. I would win every fight.
Yeah, you totally wouldn't cut your arms off.
No, I would stick my arm out away from me and just swing it in circles like a fucking flashlight erratically because there's no weight on the blade. So it's just... and it would just swing around wicked fast. Nobody would be able to defend against it, and it would die.
Were you trained in the Jedi arts by Count Dooku?
Not only was I trained in Jedi arts by simple physics, I would whoop Count Dooku's ass. With this little, I'm fencing, blah, blah, blah. Shut up, bitch. Blah, 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 blah. He would have no way to defend against it because he's an old man. Because he's old. Because he's like 100 years old. He's like 80. He's an old... I would honestly, almost feel bad about it. I would almost feel bad about how hard I would whoop Count Dooku's ass. Whoop it.
Yeah, the Chosen One has nothing.
He ain't shit. Cause he's trying to, he's trying to abide by the rules of combat and be honorable and look cool. Nah, you just swing your fucking lightsaber around in up and down and all sorts of ways as fast as you can because there's no weight in the blade. So it's like swinging a flashlight around, and it's literally foolproof. It just... And what would he do against that? Scream? Cry? I don't know. But he wouldn't win. So fuck Count Dooku. General Grievous kinda has the right idea. Except he shouldn't be spinning it sideways. He should be he should I don't know.
Yeah, you tell us how.
Mechanical abilities to make it spin super fast, pointing towards the enemy, not pointing perpendicular to the enemy. So that way, just fucking anyone in front of them just gets cut into a billion pieces. Again, you got to make the noise. You got to make the noise. You got to give them that, that courtesy of just so that way they know that they're fucked.
If you don't do that, actually, you will lose every fight. You have to do that in order to, plus using this tactic in order to win.
You don't get plot armor if you don't do that. Because if you do that, then, you're the underdog, right? But secretly, you're not the underdog. Just like how Goliath was a blind giant who literally couldn't even see what David had in his hand. And David was armed with a fucking 357 Magnum and shot him directly in the fucking face. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta be one of my favorite Michelangelo's sculptures.
Yeah. His hands are way too big and his wang is way too small. Did you ever notice that?
Is that what you look at?
His hands? Yeah.
His hands and his wang?
I mean, yeah. And he also doesn't have an anus.
You look there too?
Gotta look there. You gotta make sure he has an anus.
You looked real closely at those things.
Oh my god. So what my mom and I like to do is whenever we see a statue of someone on a horse, we look for the balls on the horse. And it's almost always a female horse because they don't want to sculpt the balls. But when they do sculpt the balls, I really appreciate it. You gotta sculpt those big juicy horse balls, In Red Dead Redemption 2, you know, they render the horse balls and they shrink whenever you go in the cold, you know? And that's the commitment to realism that we need, you know? I'm not, you know, I'm not some pleb, right? I want to see those horse balls. I want to be able to,
Honestly, don't even sculpt the horse.
exactly. Just do the balls. Don't sculpt the man, don't sculpt the horse. Just sculpt 2 pairs of balls. One
Two
small one.
pairs.
Yeah.
You want 2 pairs?
Well, yeah, one big one for the horse and one small one for the human. Duh.
Sure.
You know.
I don't think most of those sculptures will have 2 pairs, though.
Well, yeah, because most of the horses are female because they don't want to bother with the balls.
Or like the rider doesn't have one.
Well, I mean, but the human did. We don't know if their horse was male or female, but we do know that the human had balls.
Yeah, you know, sculptures just don't make any sense because of that.
I think every sculpture should be naked. Do you agree?
Why?
Why sculpt them with clothes on?
Why sculpt them naked?
It's funnier.
Can't argue with that. But what if you had funny clothes? What if you sculpted funny clothes?
I don't think there's any clothes that's funnier than cock out. Other than maybe like a man thong. How do you feel about a man thong? Is that funny?
Yes.
I agree. Man thong, funniest shit you can wear.
Then we're in agreement.
Okay. How would you feel intimidated by Kamir if he had a man thong?
And just the mask.
Mask, man thong.
Yeah.
No,
I think
no gauntlets, nothing.
I think it would have the same effect.
What if his...
If not, it would be more intimidating.
Shut up. What if his man thong was made out of cortosis?
Or what if it like attached to his mask?
That would be very funny. He's just getting a hyper wedgie. Like it is painful how wedgie he has.
Yeah.
Oh
Do you think if it was made out of that, like he would nah, just nothing would happen. He'd just be really protected.
That's true.
Or like, what do you think he'd throw that thing around to like deflect lightsaber blows?
He headbutted one of the lightsabers. What if he fucking pelvic thrusted one of them?
That's what I'm saying.
I think that would be beautiful. Honestly, if he did that to me right before he killed me, I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't. At all.
I'm glad you can make peace with that.
The big red button has to involve man thongs. Okay, all right, how about this? You get to have a big, beautiful statue made out of you, but it's you in a very, very tight man thong.
That's so funny.
Would you take it, yes or no?
That's almost funnier. That's as funny as a statue where I'm naked.
That's true. But it's like Colossus of Rhodes size. By the way, the Colossus of Rhodes was nude. And when you would go underneath it, you would look right up his little man skirt and see his cock and balls.
Yeah, but for me, you would just see giant man thong. Yes.
But it's like very tight, so they can like see your bulge. Like the bulge is beautifully crafted.
I think that'd be fine. I mean, like, you know, that takes a lot of sculpting, immaculate. You just gotta do. It's gotta be very beautiful.
I would
and
do that.
Funny.
I would make one that's like visible from space.
Yeah.
But it's me in a man thong.
How would you pose? How would you make that pose? Do you think you'd be on a handstand so that it'd be more visible from space.
No, because I want the people on Earth to see it. I
I
want the
see.
people on Earth to. I want to lure the aliens in. Like they'll see this, they'll be like, "Oh, who's this man? Oh my god! Oh no, he's wearing a man thong!" And then it's too late; they can't get away. And then they're
Right.
tranced by it. You know,
Right.
I'd
Of
rather
course.
I'd rather lure them in normally and then trap them with the man thong rather than just lure them in with the man thong. Right? You know.
Yeah.
Then you make sure they're doubly entranced. You
Yeah.
know?
You've thought a lot about this.
I've there's a lot of logistics here, but I'm very logistically minded. I get it, you know? And yeah, man thong statue, 2012. That should be our president, is just a statue of a man in a man thong.
You know, it could be worse.
Would you vote for that?
I you know, if it was an option, I I definitely wouldn't pick the other ones.
Would you wear a man thong in celebration of this candidate? And to like let the world know that you are going to vote for the man in the man thong, or the man
Maybe
statue in a man thong.
maybe that is what it takes to have a new candidate. It's just got to be an article of clothing, and you just got to wear it to show your support. And then it'll show up on the ballot one day.
Are you wearing it above your pants, below your pants, or instead of your pants?
Instead of pants. What?
Yeah.
Why would you? No, those are not. Those options are not options.
That's fair. You're right. And it is summertime. It's hot. It's wicked hot. I can tell you how hot it is right now. At 12:19 a.m. in Florida right now, it's still fucking 76 degrees Fahrenheit. That's fine. Like that is, yeah.
That is acceptable man thong weather.
I agree. And that's almost more of a power move. All right, we'll close this out. We'll go to the ad break here. What is more of a power move? Wearing a man thong or pissing pants down, shirt up at the urinal, at a public urinal?
I think the man thong can't be surpassed.
That's fair.
Because, think about how you would have to go to the bathroom wearing that.
That's true. Well, you could just move it to the side and your cock's out,
Yeah, but, what if it was over your shoulder, down to your ankles?
Oh, yeah. Are you talking like the real man thong? Like the suspenders man thong? Like goes on your shoulders?
That's, the only one I've been thinking about.
Oh, I've just been thinking about a normal thong, but for men, But you're going hard with this shit.
I'm thinking about that.
You're not no shirt, no pants, all man thong.
I think the waist man thong is too much of a moderate. It would not thrive in the same way
that's
a shouldered man thong would.
That's fair. You can't be moderate in today's society. You have to be an extreme. You have to be an extreme, and I'm saying, you have to be
radical.
You've swayed me to your radical man thong ways. I'm with you 100%. 100%. I will donate any amount of money to this political cause. And including I'm going to I can't really, convince Katarina to join that because she's not a man. So I guess I'll convince Danny. I don't know. But from here on out, all right, would you rather it be man thong Mondays or thong Thursdays?
Thong Thursdays?
Yes.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
All right. Why not? Actually, fuck it. Why not both? We've been hiding for too long. I think we deserve both. Okay?
We just have one that's thongs across all genders, and then another day that's exclusive for men wearing thongs.
And you think Wednesday
just so men can wear thongs more every week.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you think Wednesday is for women wearing thongs? No, it's Wear Thongs Wednesday, where it's still just for men. And then Tuesday is totally not for women Thong Day, Tuesday. And then Friday is um, free free your body, wear a thong Friday. Saturday is slide that thong on, buddy, Saturday. And then Sunday, praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
All right.
Okay.
I think we can go to the ad break with that. I think that's money. I think that's mint. I think we've got that. All right, cool. Man thong, let's go. All right. Love you. Goodbye.
Awesome.
Ad break.
Highly
Bye.
successful.
Highly successful.
Goodbye.
Bye. Love you. Bye. This podcast is sponsored by Amanda Redwine, your no-nonsense talk therapist and parent coach. Serving individuals and couples in both Illinois and Florida for counseling/therapy, as well as worldwide for parent coaching. Amanda's specialty is working with teens and young adults, as well as their family systems. Amanda has extensive experience working with youth who identify on the LGBTQIA+ spectrum. She has also done couples work based on a foundation of the Gottman method. She brings a light, no-nonsense approach to treatment that is approachable and empathetic. She is unflappable and makes her clients comfortable from the very beginning. Find out more at www.amandaredwine.com. That's AmandaRedwine.com. Thank you again for sponsoring this episode, and back to the show. Welcome back, everyone. Ad break over. Danny's here. Maxwell's gone. How was your week, Danny? I forget when the last time we recorded was. When it was me and you. I forget when that was. But how have you been? What's up?
It's going all right. Working for the most part. On my days off, I was just doing errands and stuff like that. I ended up going to my cousin's for my aunt's birthday, so I got to hang out with them, and we went to like a little pool tournament. It was a nice little time. We went for a day longer than we really were supposed to, which kind of cut into my hours I had saved up at work, but
Yeah.
it happens that way.
Yeah, we were gonna record yesterday, and then you we were gonna, and then you were gone an extra day. That stressed me out just a tiny bit. But you know what? I'm gonna say something. I was gonna say it before we recorded, but you know what? Fuck it. I'll be sincere and give you a real man-to-man compliment right now on the air. Are you ready for this?
I don't know if I am.
Well, fucking get ready.
Okay.
You know what? You were very, very accommodating this evening. I called you at let's see, right now it's like 7:40, right? I called you around 7, and you were like, you were playing Elden Ring, and I was like, hey, I gotta do a premiere video. One of my videos was premiering, but when I'm done, hey, let's do it. And I was like 30 minutes, and you were and at 7:30, you were here, you were ready to go, and I appreciate that. You did a very good job this week, being very, very helpful, and I appreciate it. So thank you very much, Danny. Did a great job.
Yes. I guess I did.
Cool. Yeah. And just breathe it in. Just take it. Just be like, you know what? I did do a good job.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm proud of you. Thank you. It's very, very appreciated. Especially with, Katerina not being able to make it this week. Yeah, she decided to take a road trip without telling me. So that was kind of frustrating. So sorry, you guys. Doctor Who Dong Watch will have to be next week. So sorry, very, very, very sorry. But yeah, it's gonna have to happen next week. But hey, we're here. you know, yeah. But what was I gonna say? I'm very distracted right now. I guess we can talk about this. So, um, this weekend, my stepmom's taking care of her dad. He had a medical thing for the past few days, so she's been out taking care of him. So, I've been here just with my mom, and we went to the beach today, and it was great. It was like super warm. Um, just like super sunny day. It was like 87, 88. So it was super hot, and we were just in the beach for like an hour, and then we where we go to the beach, there's also like a big pool complex, right? There's like a hot tub, like a big hot tub, a water slide, a mini beach for like parents who don't want to take their kids to like the actual beach. I didn't go in that pool, but and then there's an adult pool, and then there's a lazy river. And so I went to like we got drinks and lunch, and we just like chilled around at the pool. And then after lunch, I wanted to get into the pool, and I reapplied sunscreen because I did a really good job before I left. I applied. I was very thorough, SPF 100, and yeah, and I didn't get burned. I was doing pretty good. And then I was way too hasty to get back in the pool, so I reapplied, and I only waited for like 2 or 3 minutes before I got back in the pool. And like the front of me had dried, right? Like the front side of the sunscreen had dried a whole lot, but my back did not. Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. I spent like another like 30, 40 minutes in pools with like almost no sunscreen on my back, and it burned really bad. Yeah. Ouch, 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 ouch. It hurts. It's not the worst sunburn I've ever gotten, but holy shit, it is bad. So, note to self, kids. This is the advice fucking column. Don't fucking go into a pool immediately after you put on sunscreen. It's bad for you. Let it fucking dry. Good lord. I feel like an absolute dumbass. I have egg on my face. For real. But yeah, that's my advice column. That's what I did today. And then yeah. So that was my big Sunday weekend outing. What did you do today?
Sunday, we drove back from Fort Worth in the morning. We stopped at Buc-ee's. We love
Fuck
Buc-ee's.
yeah. We love Buc-ee's. We
We
love Buc-ee's, don't we, folks?
I got here. I was gonna try to do some car stuff today, but I needed Dylan because I didn't want to just be sitting there while they were working on my car. I was kind of hoping that he would be able to go with me, drive me back to the house. Then we'd wait for the call, go back. But his little errand ran a little too long, and we didn't have enough time to go because they were gonna close like an hour. I'm pretty sure they needed more time for what I wanted them to do.
How did you feel about the presidential debate?
I saw like one video kind of making fun of it. And that's like my whole like kind of viewing of it. From the little like clips that I saw of it, seems a little silly, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I thought it was the Trump was talking like a schizo because he is a fucking schizo, and Biden, guys, you can't let Biden stay up past his bedtime, and they gave him fucking NyQuil beforehand, so like he's dozing off up there, and he has to listen to the fucking schizo rants that Trump is doing. Like, oh my god. Like, have you seen like some of the shit that's like been transcribed? It's hilarious.
I've not.
Like, I feel like even though we're like a year out, or like a couple of years out from Trump being president, fucking like just some of the shit he says, if you read, like if you read it, it's like incomprehensibly delusional. He's not living in our reality. He's psychotic. He literally does not understand. Like, he honestly, what he should have done is pled the fucking insanity plea. And he probably would have fucking gotten out of it. Out of his fucking charges. Because the man is fucking delusional. He does not know what's going on. Like, it's hilarious, except, you know, people think he won that debate. And it's like, if
Well, he was
that's
just louder.
that's true. That is true. Biden was very quiet. And then he had a speech the next morning after he got like a full 8 hours, and motherfucker was fine. Don't give him NyQuil and make him stay up late. He's fragile. He had a busy day and they made him stay up late. They didn't let him get a nap. And then, yeah, it's bullshit. Debates should be done at like dinner time, man. I want to have dinner and a show. I don't want to have fucking I don't want to have to stay up till like 9 or 10 p.m. to watch these old fucks yell at each other. You know, because they're not at the top of their game. Let them do it when they're at their prime, ready to go. It'll be, you know, much better. You know, I hope they do like a second debate, but they won't. But it's whatever, you know. I just think, and like, what was really funny is like the hosts just weren't saying anything. Like they had two hosts and neither one of them told Trump, no, they're not aborting babies after they're born.
Yeah, I did notice that Trump never answered any of the questions he was asked.
No, he never does, because he's schizophrenic. Because he's like literally psychotic, does not live in our reality, does not know what's going on, doesn't know what he's talking about. It's a wonder we survived the 4 fucking years that he was president. A lot of us didn't. 130,000 people probably died because of how mentally incompetent he is. You know? Like, it's so sad. It's so sad that this is, you know, half the country thinks that that's a mentally stable, mentally, you know, fit person to run for office. It's a little bit sad. But god damn it, Trump is really funny sometimes. Like when he doesn't have power and when like you know that he won't have power, you know, like if he loses this election, he will probably pass away before the next one. Like if you see him, he's fat, he has bad posture, you know, the whatever's going on in his brain is making him even more delusional and cognitively like unfit, you know. So it's like watching a fucking I don't know what it's like. I was gonna say it's like watching a fucking toddler, but it's not. It's not. There's no other metaphor that describes what watching Donald J. Trump is like. It's so unique. He is so uniquely fucking brain dead that like they need to have a completely new disorder named after him, where your brain doesn't work. You know, you've got a mixture of like dementia, severe mental retardation, and like complete delusion. And that's what's going on with him. And that combination of symptoms is the funniest thing in the world. Like I feel bad making fun of a mental case, but like it's so funny, right? Like the shit he says is hilarious. Rick Santorum, I have a big plane, he doesn't. Like, that's funny. That's hilarious. And
It is funny.
And like when he's like, Ted Cruz was the Zodiac killer. He's ugly. He's got an ugly wife. And then fucking 5 minutes later, Ted Cruz was on the phone telling people to vote for him. Like, it's the funniest thing in the world. But the fact that he has actual power and he's using it to, like, satisfy fucking dictators in Asia is really bad. Everything he does helps Putin and Xi Jinping and Kim Jong-un. So I don't want to hear it. Donald Trump is a fucking absolute retard. If you don't vote Biden, kill yourself? Yeah, kill yourself. Do you agree with that?
I think that people should be willing to make their own mistakes. They can do whatever they want, you know?
I think that what I'm saying is if they make that first mistake, the way to correct for that is to kill themselves. Like I was going to say, the next mistake they should make is to kill themselves. But that's not a mistake. It's what they should do. You should do that. So go vote for someone who's, you know, even though you had a bad fucking debate night, actually sit and watch one of his speeches all the way through. Because I watched State of the Union, 2023, right? I streamed it. Like, I streamed my whole reaction to it. It was great. He was on it. This year, I heard it was, like, relatively low-key. But, like, in 2023, he was on it. He was, like, making fun of people. He was talking his shit. You know? He was letting his nuts hang. Yeah. So that's great. And if all else fails, if you really need just some, like, surface level, like, if you really think that they're, like, the exact same and you can't think of any reason to vote for Biden over Trump, Biden canonically has a huge wang and Trump has a very tiny wang.
Interesting.
Like, yeah. That,
something
at the end of the day.
Something to consider, I suppose.
You know, at the end of the day, the wang is important. So vote for the man with the wang. Okay? All right.
Vote for the man with the wang.
Yes.
Wow, how poetic.
I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. But I did blow it. And by it, I mean my peanuts. Do you know that meme? The Jorkin it meme?
I don't think I do.
What do you do all day?
Well, I'll play pool. I'll play Terraria with my brother. I'll play Duolingo.
Speak up a little bit.
I kind of have a job, so that takes up probably a good portion of my day most times, you know. So just a little bit of everything.
Imagine having a job.
Imagine. Crazy, I know, right?
I have so many. I want to die. But you know what? Hey, we did it. We lived. We do you know what episode we're on? Do you know what episode this is?
Nope.
This is 112. Isn't that crazy? That
is wild.
It's absolutely fucking nuts. I'm absolutely just I'm so just blown away by that. Yeah, I'm really happy that, you know, we've made it this long, cuz like low key, I hate to get sappy or sentimental or some shit like that, but you know what? This has been like the fucking easiest thing to do. Like, even though like getting people together to do this is like herding cats. It's like herding cats while pulling your own teeth. And it sucks sometimes. Like, a lot. You know? It's finally starting to pay off. Like, we're actually getting... This has been the best month we've ever had. We have the most subscribers that we've ever had. We've had the most downloads that we've ever had. This is the last day of June, and we are 41 more downloads ahead of our next best month, which was last month. So we're really popping off. So I just want to say thank you, the listeners. Thank you, Danny, Maxwell. I don't even know if he'll listen to this part, but thank you, Maxwell. And thank you, Patreon supporter Justin Connor. We love you. Happy birthday, by the way. It was just his birthday a couple days ago, or yesterday, as we're recording this. And yeah, so happy birthday. I called him for his birthday, but yeah. Also, don't think that you're getting a phone call from me for your birthday if you sign up to Patreon. You don't pay me enough for that. I'm sorry. Nobody pays me enough for that. Justin's, he's been on here forever, so he deserves it. By the way, you want to know something funny?
What's so funny, man?
3.13% of people listen to this fucking podcast on their smartwatch.
That's... Huh.
Right? Like, that is kind of hilarious to me. If you're listening to this on your smartwatch, that's actually kind of based, actually. That's actually super cool. Like, that's some Star Trek shit, right? That's fucking sick to me. Yeah. So, if you're listening to this on your smartwatch, keep it up. If you're listening to this on any other thing, cool, I guess. Listen to it on your smartwatch next time. Yeah. Hey. God damn it, dog! Quit scratching at the fucking door! I'm so pissed right now. This fucking dog won't stop. I'm gonna get him. Here, you entertain him.
Oh,
No.
I don't know how to entertain you guys. I'm just kind of chilling here. But,
Go away.
the weather, am I...
Dogs.
The weather, am I right,
tell
guys?
you.
It's been hot these days,
There are
weather
too
out
many
there.
dogs in this house, I think. 3 is a little excessive. Hi, dog. So now, alright, we've made a change. There's now a dog in my hands right now. Are you excited about that?
Don't know. No, don't. I don't really know if I should be, but I'm sure.
Okay, good. He's really pissed right now because he doesn't want to be held. Well, tough shit. You shouldn't have clawed at the door a whole bunch to try and get in, because this is what happens when you get in here. I will hold you. Yeah. I want to start the big red button early because I think this is a thing we can really get into. Are you ready for this?
Are we ever really ready for anything?
I'm absolutely ready for this shit. Alright. You get a really big statue built of yourself. Like, Colossus of Rhodes size. Right?
Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
But they sculpt you wearing a very tight man thong. Very tight. And nothing else.
Well, of course I'd say yes. Like, there's no downside.
Right? Oh my god, this guy gets it. Yeah,
Like...
so we spent a very significant... Come here. Enzo, come here. Minnie, come here. We spent a very significant portion of this episode talking about man thongs. And, I feel like we broke new ground, right? We started our own political party, me and Maxwell, around man thongs. And I feel like, you know what? Like, we did a good thing there. The people are gonna know, like, how we feel about man thongs, and they're gonna know that they're not alone, because this is what the people want. God damn it, dog! Come here. Enzo, come here. He's so frustrating. Come here. Stay. Stay in my lap. He needs to stay in my lap. He's lost walking privileges. I'm gonna turn him into a quadriplegic. For legal reasons, that is a joke, but he needs to stay in my armpit now. But yeah, fucking man thongs, very stylish, very fashionable. We actually brought up pants down at the urinal. Yet again. I have a question for you. Which do you think is more of a power move? Pants completely down at the urinal, pants down, shirt up at the urinal, or wearing a man thong and nothing else?
Well, I like man thong and nothing else. That's, all.
It's big, right?
I think man thong for sure has to be the way to go. I think man thong is always the answer.
I'm inclined to agree. What is the question?
That doesn't matter.
The
question never matters when you got man thong on.
You have 10 minutes left to live. What do you say?
I don't know. Probably whatever's on my mind at the time.
And
but
what if the thing that's on your mind is man thong?
I guess that's what all my last moments will be known for.
That's fair. That's fair.
It must be that way, What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's kind of good that we don't have Katarina on for this episode, right? Because she's a woman. She wouldn't be able to comprehend the sheer power of the man thong.
Well,
like
I'm
women
sure
thongs, boring.
Women thongs probably have some merit, though.
No, not nearly as much as man thongs. Like, come on, man thong, really? It's more likely than you think. It's I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world, really. The man thong is, get your junk in there, have it look, really like accentuate that bulge, and just show off that ass. You've been working so hard at that gym, you've been doing your squats, you're hitting the squats, you're really pumping out that ass, you're really working for it. Yeah, you want to show it off. You want to show it off with that man thong, baby. And I think that's beautiful. Baby. I think that's beautiful, really. So we came up with like new days of the week. So obviously there's Man Thong Monday. There's
Why just Monday?
No. I'm getting to it. Okay. There's Take Off Your Clothes and Wear a Man Thong Tuesday. There's Women Thongs Are Lame. Everybody wear your man thong Wednesday.
Okay.
There's Thong Thursday, but it doesn't apply to women.
Dang, I feel like maybe this, is not 100% inclusive of women. I'm now realizing this.
We've been too inclusive to women recently. We got to take something back for ourselves, okay?
Like we as in you and me, or we as in a society? Because I don't know how
the male sex needs to take something back for ourselves, okay?
Well, it sounds like you're just taking this all into your own hands right now, which
I am. I'm a hero. I'm a hero. I'm a visionary. I'm a patriot, really, because I'm doing this for the good of our country. There's for Friday, it's free those ass cheeks and put on a man thong Friday. There's somebody ought to told you to put on a man thong Saturday, and then on Sunday we praise the Lord.
Is there any special attire for that day? Or?
No, you just praise the Lord.
Interesting.
Yes. Enzo, say hello to the podcast.
I think women might be able to get in on that Sunday one.
No. Because women actually don't have eyes. They cannot see the glory of our Lord's bountiful land. You know, they actually don't have eyes.
That must be a new update.
No, it's a tale as old as time. You know? It's like a no true Scotsman thing, you know? No true woman has eyes.
I must have been talking to a lot of fake women recently.
It's true. They're you know, you'll never find a real woman.
Wow,
a real woman won't have eyes or a nose or a mouth. They just have no face.
I'm learning so much more.
Hello, baby. He's whining.
I never thought I would.
He's whining. He wants to be let down. He's whining. He's such a baby. But he asked for this. He wanted to come in here. You know? He wanted to come in and see what I was doing. And now that he sees what I'm doing and he interrupted me, he doesn't like what I'm doing. And now he wants to escape. You know? This really is an allegory for the modern voter, right? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? You asked for this. He did. He asked for this. Why are you crying? I'm going to give you belly rubs if you don't quit. Yes. Oh, yes. See, now you like it. Now you like it. He loves belly rubs. He's like 8 pounds, so I can like pick him up and like rub his belly and like hold him like a baby. And he loves it. He loves it so much. Well, now he's trying to get out of it, but that's because he's done. Hi, Enzo. Hi, Enzo. Everybody say hi, Enzo in the comments. I want to see at least 10 within 10 minutes of uploading this podcast. So I want to see 10 fucking comments of hi, Enzo, or you're all I don't know. Come up with a threat for me.
Well, I do find it very interesting how you want them to say it within 10 minutes of uploading, and I'm pretty sure this part is well into the second half of the podcast. So
they ought to know. They ought to know.
I'm just thinking, what if there's a chance that they don't know, and then they wait until like they get to this part of the podcast, and then they say it. Like, then what?
I told you to come up with a threat, so I'll let you come up with a threat while I let him back out because he's bitching.
Kael will be very disappointed with you, and I will also be there.
This dog. All right, you better not come scratching at the door again. I'm gonna be really pissed. But yeah, so hello, I'm back. What did you come up with?
You're gonna be upset with them.
That's true, and that's really the worst thing that you can have. Really, is me being upset at you. That's the worst thing. Wouldn't you agree with that?
And don't you forget it, guys.
As someone who I've been upset with, isn't that the worst thing that can happen to you?
Are you asking me or you? It sounds like
I'm asking you. I've never been upset with myself. I'm perfect. I'm asking you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my fucking back hurts. Ow. Ow. It's gonna itch too. Oh, that's gonna be painful. It's gonna itch so bad, dude. That's gonna suck so much dick. That's gonna suck some fucking donkey balls, dude. That is not fun. Yeah. Oof. Ow. I'm just mentally preparing for that. Man. Yeah. Anywho. But yeah, back to man thongs. How do you feel about that?
I think I'm still pretty pro man thong.
What color do you want to wear?
It'd have to be a bright color. I as for like the specific color, I'm trying to think. You could go like a nice bright red. That feels like a solid choice. We got like hot pink. Can't never go wrong with hot pink.
Yeah, I was gonna say bright red would be great, just to like make sure you get the fucking, just for everyone to see it. Just like, just to like really draw the attention to it. Bright red is like the best color for that. People are gonna see it. They're gonna be, not only are they going to associate it with attention grabbing, right? They're going to associate it with eroticism. They are going to be mentally just assaulted with just raw sexual erotic energy, and they're not going to be able to know what they're not going to know what they're going to fucking do with it, basically. So I think maybe we do, me, you, and Maxwell. You do red, I will do he'll do white, and I'll do blue, and we'll just hit the town. We'll hit the town one of these days, and just the women will just fall over with not only our sheer patriotism and love for our country, but from just like the raw sexual energy, and I think now that we've put that out in the world, we can expect to be put on like a watch list, because like the FBI, they're going to be like, they're too powerful. We can't contain them. We can't do anything about it. So, for the good of our country, I really love that we're talking about this for 4th of July, by the way. Cause 4th of July is on Thursday. So this is coming out 2 days before then. So it really tickles my fancy that we're fucking talking about this, about our patriotic man-thong political party right before 4th of July. I feel like that's a third party that actually has some traction,
Yeah, I think that this is a very important discussion that we need to have here, like, if not, who else, right?
Yeah. Who do you think looks better in a man-thong, Trump or Biden?
Better in a man-thong?
Yes. I feel like it depends on like what you value in a man-thong. Do you like looking at that bulge, or do you like looking at the junk of the trunk? The Cadillac ass.
Yeah, I never thought about this that way.
And this is the debate we need to be having for our future, really.
I never realized just how important the question I would be proposed here.
Yeah. So I don't know. What do you think about this?
I feel like there's just so much power in this decision here. It's really difficult. Like you're missing out either way on something, right? So what do you want to miss out on? Oh no.
I think Biden. I think Biden might look better. I'm gonna be honest. This is my. That's my burden to bear. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm not. But that's what I think. I don't ever want it to be proven to me. I do not want anyone to prove that to me. But yeah.
I feel like it would not be very hard to prove, if you really wanted it to be proven to you. All you have to do is just find pictures of them both in man-thongs. And if they don't have pictures, then just use that highly influential nature, to get something done.
Incredibly influential.
That's what I said.
You said highly.
No.
You can't gaslight me. I'm a psych major.
Why do you feel like I can't gaslight you?
Because I'm the expert.
Whatever you say, highly influential.
It was my idea. I came up with the name.
Whatever you say, highly influential, man. Like it's all good.
No, I'm 99% sure I know the name of my fucking show.
If you say so. If you believe that, then why are we arguing?
I just saw a really cool image. It's a Chicago White Sox license plate, and the text on it says F slur. How do you feel about that?
I wonder which one they're talking about. Guess we'll never know.
No, I'm pretty sure we found it. We found it. You know, it's are you trying to get me to say it? Is that the plan?
It really could be anything. If only any of us had an idea for what it could be.
I touched another man's penis. I feel like I'm allowed to say it, but you know.
Why would you do that? Like, I hope you got consent at least.
Yeah. Well, he touched my penis. It's only fair.
Well, no. Don't entirely believe that line of reasoning there.
I mean, he was cool with it. What, you know? Again, he touched my penis first. But, yeah, no. If anyone's allowed to say it, it's me. But I won't. But I think that's a very funny shirt, license plate. I think everyone should get their license plate changed to that. I think we should, you know, as the member of the Man Thong Party, we'll close out this episode with our first order of business. If you elect us president, all of our license plates will just be the word F slur. You know, so who's with me on that? Are you down for that, Danny? Are you gonna vote for that?
Well, no, I don't know if I can do that.
Why?
That sounds pretty controversial, you know. I'm not about
it. Has universal appeal. Everyone wants it. You are the only person who doesn't want that. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You're living in the past. Come live in the 21st century with us. Everybody's license plate is going to say F slur on it. I don't know.
I just don't know if I can get behind this F slur thing.
Now you've made me doubt myself, Danny. This is what you do to people. You bring us down. You bring us down to your level where you're just sad and you don't believe in yourself, and it makes us so depressed. Are you happy now?
I feel like that was never the goal, really.
And yet,
sorry.
I believe the purpose of a system is what it does. So, you know, this is what the system did. So clearly, that is the purpose. So you've made me sad, and you've ruined my life, and you've ruined my dream, and now the Man Thong Party is kaput.
Wow.
We disbanded.
I feel like we didn't really have much going for us if that's what it took to disband us.
We had so much going for us, but you've just destroyed us from the inside. You snuck in. You were like, hey, yeah, I love this idea, but also let's destroy every cool policy idea that we come up with, and now we have nothing. You wanted the Man Thong, but you don't want the, you know, you came in super excited for the Man Thong, right? But you know, you didn't want to do the work to earn it. You know, you can't just govern on Man Thong. You've got to have other shit to back it up. And you came in, you wanted the Man Thong, you wanted the sandwich, but you didn't want to be in the kitchen. You know what I mean?
I am losing a little bit of what you mean, but
I feel like I'm making total sense right now.
The more you talk, the more I'm like, Where is he going?
Basically the point is, you've ruined my life by destroying my man thong party, which was the thing I was most excited about, maybe ever. And,
Maybe ever.
And basically go fuck yourself. Kind of a depressing note to end the episode on, but we do have to end the episode. I'm so sorry. Thank you all very much for listening. We want to thank Justin Connor specifically. Again, happy fucking birthday, man. We love you. You know, you've really taken care of this show for a long time. You know, and we really appreciate that. So as we're going into almost 2 years, we just want to say happy birthday and thank you for the support. If you want a cool shout out like that, head on over to patreon.com/IIHS podcast. We've got 2 tiers. You know, you got the $3 tier, you get a shout out, you get access to part 1 of this of the show. So the part that I did with Maxwell, you know, you get that. You get that with your $3 membership. But if you want to listen to the whole thing early and ad free, so this is going up on Sunday night. You get to hear this like a day and a half early. That's awesome. You know, that's totally worth it. And you get access to all of our movie commentaries, which is, you know, even cooler. Then join our $5 tier. It's really awesome. You know, we've got all kinds of, you know, really fun movie commentaries. We did Die Hard for Christmas, and Danny slept through it because he's awful.
Well, you know, what do you want from me?
For you to not sleep during Die Hard.
Well, you should have said something then.
I did during the movie commentary. Go and listen to it, and you'll see that I did say something. So yeah, go check it out. There's even shut up. There's even a there's even a free trial there, so you can try it first. Try it before you buy it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're you know, we had a good time doing all those movie commentaries. We also watched the first 4 Indiana Jones movies and the original trilogy of Star Wars. We did that this year. That was cool. So yeah, a whole bunch of cool stuff that we've done. Go over and check that out. $5. Really cool. On social media, we are at IIHS Podcast, all one word. We are on Threads, Instagram, and YouTube. You know, if you want to get topic suggestions, Q&A, general updates, that sort of thing, that's the best place to go. That's where we're, you know, most active, that sort of thing. You know, we're not on Twitter anymore, basically is the point. Fuck you, Elon. Yeah, if you want us back on Twitter, make Elon sell Twitter. Buy Twitter and make it less racist, and we'll come back to Twitter. How about that? There you go. Other than that, I have nothing else to add. Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so. I think you did it there.
I think we should call Maxwell and see if he has anything to add. I think it would be very funny if we did that, but I'm too lazy to do that, so he will forever, you know, live in silence until literally next week when he's back on. So, suck it up, Buttercup. Anywho, my name is Kael. I've been incredibly influential.
And my name is Danny, and I've been highly successful.
We'll talk to you next week. Happy America. Goodbye.